Hi everybody, Claire Braund here with the WOB Vacancy Board review. Today we're going to be looking primarily at healthcare and medical boards, but the first one I wanted to bring up was in fact a featured board that we have, and it's the Resources Medical Advisory Committee, which is in Queensland, and it's looking for 7 members. And those members need to be experts in the areas of occupational physicians, respiratory physicians, radiologists, epidemiologists, or international experts in the field above. So, if you've probably gathered, this is a pretty expert committee, and it's been put together by Resources Safety and Health Queensland to support the regulatory framework in place to protect the health of Queenslanders and others, of course, in the resource and mining sector. So that's why that focus on those particular areas. And so if you're a medical practitioner in any of those areas, this might be a really interesting board for you. So that's our featured board for this week. But I really wanted to talk to you about some of our medical and health boards. We've got the AHPRA and national boards, the Australian Health Practitioner Regulation Agency, AHPRA, and the 15 national boards work in partnership, and they regulate more than 870,000 health practitioners and 180,000 students across Australia. Great thing about the AHPRA boards is that they like both health practitioner, i.e. medical type of people, as well as community representatives as well. So they have a nice balance or a nice mix of that. And in those community representatives, they like to have people who come from diverse and different backgrounds, and also with a particular emphasis on people from regional and remote areas as well, as of course the health of our people in non-capital city areas is just as important, but often quite a challenge. So people with expertise in that area or understanding in that area are often sought, as they are with expertise or interest in Aboriginal health as well, people who work across those sectors, and people who've got a lived experience of a particular health issue are often sought too. So wide range of people who are sought in that area. We've got some national boards, Vacancy ID 2061. There's the New South Wales boards, that's Vacancy ID 1944, and an ACT board, Vacancy ID 1945. So 2061, 1945 or 1944. And why is that relevant? Well, if you're a WOB member, you can just log into the website, and under the Vacancy ID, you can just pop one of those reference numbers, and one of those 3 vacancies will come up. Or you can just put AHPRA up in the keyword, and they will come up as well. So the national boards on offer, the Occupational Therapy Board and the Chinese Medicine Board are looking for practitioner and community members, whilst the AHPRA Advisory Council, so the Australian Health Practitioner Regulatory Agency Advisory Council, is looking for some community members. At the New South Wales level, you've got 2 boards looking for members. The Board of the Medical Board of Australia, it's looking for both practitioner and community members, whilst the Nursing and Midwifery Board is simply looking for a practitioner member. In the ACT, the Medical Board is seeking both community and practitioner members. So quite a large number of vacancies on offer there. You've got to click through to the links. You've got to fill in, you've got to go through something of a process. So it is quite a lengthy form. You are required to answer all of the areas. The selection criteria can be quite specific, but do persist with it. You can, of course, log in and start the application and then save it and come back to it as well. But I do recommend you get started early because it does take a little while. In addition to the AHPRA boards, we've got 11 additional health and medical sector boards, and they range. So they range across states and territories. They range from community through to the larger non-profit sector, through to private sector companies as well. They range from paid to unpaid to expenses, and quite a number there in the mental health area. And again, across all states and a couple of our territories as well. So if something really piques your interest, by all means, take a look. Never be put off by what sometimes can seem very specific selection criteria. always ring the contact person and ask what they're looking for, and if your expertise and knowledge can be utilised or could serve that board well. Remember, you serve on a board. It's about the value that you bring to the board. It's not about what the board does for you. So, always ring the contact person and then perhaps ask to be put through to the nominations committee chair or the chair or whoever's responsible for doing the recruitment for that particular board. You will note there's a couple up at the state government level. Or in fact, the federal government level, the primary health networks, which of course are the federal government primary health networks, which are across Australia. There's a couple in the Northern Territory, and there's some in each state as well. We've got the Northern Territory ones up at the moment. The others will come along in due course. And there's the Northern Sydney Local Health District. That's a state board. So that sort of sits, so you've got the federal boards, which are the P8s, and then you've got the state boards as well. There's some other very reputable institutions up, of course, in the Peter Mac Cancer Centre and the Melanoma Research Foundation and some of the others too. So a good choice up there at the moment. It's free to post a vacancy on the Women on Boards Vacancy Board. All you need is an account, and you get access to an extraordinary network of highly skilled and experienced women who are already serving on boards or seeking their first board role. We have we have a lot of expertise across our network. We have a lot of expertise in clinical governance in particular, and there are very large numbers of people who are looking to serve on health or health-related boards. Of course, if you're a member, you can access our vacancies, and we do encourage you to do that as well. So that's all there is from me today. Do take a look at the Women on Boards Vacancy Board, or if you haven't and you're looking to post a vacancy, or you're looking to upskill your board, or to look for some more board members or non-executive directors, by all means, you take advantage of the opportunity to post a vacancy with us. So until next time, that's all from me. Goodbye.